The latest as far as the Waqf Amendment Bill is concerned, the Waqf Amendment Bill has got the President's assent. After the Parliament passed the bill, the President, Droupadi Murmu, she has given the assent to this particular bill. This after a fierce debate on the bill was passed. The Waqf Amendment Bill now comes into force. And my colleague Prashant joins us to take us through the latest. Prashant, give us the details.
Well, Osama, as we were expecting it, just yesterday, the bill, the Waqf Amendment Bill, got the approval from Rajya Sabha. Earlier, it was passed from the Lok Sabha, and the next step was the President's approval to the bill. Now the President has given her approval to the bill, and now it becomes an act. Since after the President's approval, this act has been notified in the official Gazette of the Government of India. So officially now we can say that the new Waqf Act 2025 has now come into existence. But the next and the last step for implementing this act remains so, because one of the committees of the Parliament, which is Subordinate Legislation Committee, it will now frame the rules for implementing the act on the ground. So the only step left now is to frame the rules for implementing the act, for which Subordinate Legislative Committee of the Parliament will sit and frame the rules. So, but I get the sense that the government will do it sooner rather than later, because the government has made it very clear that they want to implement the act very quickly.
Right. Prashant, the opposition, they have been very vocal as far as their dissent is concerned with this particular bill. And we have been hearing a lot of these leaders who have been speaking very openly about how they're going to be protesting this bill, etc. What will the opposition's, what will the opposition do at this particular point of time, and what is going to be their action plan?
Well, Osama, they have already made it clear, and some of the leaders and some of the parties have already, knocked at the door of Supreme Court, and they have approached the Supreme Court. As you are aware that Mohammad Javed, an MP, Congress MP from Kishanganj in Bihar, he has approached the Supreme Court. Asaduddin Owaisi has also moved to the Supreme Court, and today Aam Aadmi Party MLA Amanatullah Khan has also approached the Supreme Court. So they had already made it clear even earlier that they will, if Parliament passes the bill, then they will approach the Supreme Court on the ground that this new bill lacks the constitutional validity, and they will request the Supreme Court to declare the bill null and void on that ground only. So they have already approached the Supreme Court, and we will have to wait and see what Supreme Court does on the petitions filed by 3 or 4 leaders from the opposition party.
All right, Prashant, thank you very much for getting us all the latest.